Hello and welcome to Module 5, How to Operate a P3O. The syllabus areas that we would be covering in this particular module are the following. At level 1, we would be looking into the 3 ways tools may be used. At level 2, we would be looking at what tools and techniques are. We would look into the definition of what a tool is and what a technique is, and how they can be used and where they can typically be found within an organization. We would look into the typical benefits of using standard tools and techniques. We would consider the critical success factors that will ensure the successful implementation of tools and techniques. We would look into some common P3O tools and their functions. We would examine the typical objectives, uses, and benefits of P3O techniques, such as portfolio prioritization and optimization, and complexity modeling. We would also consider the typical objectives, use, and benefits of techniques such as management boards, knowledge management, P3O information portal, facilitation, workshop techniques, skill development and maintenance, business process swim lanes, capacity planning for resource management, assurance gated reviews, and health checks. So there are a whole load of tools and techniques that we would be considering in this particular module. But even before we dive into the tools and techniques, shall we consider the definition of what tools and techniques are and in what format are tools available? So the next slide provides us an understanding of the tools and techniques. How do we define a tool? A tool is a data manipulation system that is used to present information to inform and improve decision making. How about a technique? A technique is defined as a procedure to accomplish a specific activity or task. And when we look into the various tools available, tools could be classified as individual tools where only one person uses the tool. A simple example is a Microsoft project standard version, where you could download on your desktop or operate on your laptop, an individual tool. And then you have collaborative tools where multiple people access a single set of information through a tool. And then you have the integrated tools where multiple people access multiple sets of information that is integrated in some manner through a tool. For example, 2 tools could be talking to each other through an API interface. So broadly speaking, all your tools could be broken down as individual, collaborative, and integrated tool. Standard techniques can be found in a number of places. And let's kind of consider what are the benefits of automated tools. There are 8 strategic benefits of automated tools. Let's kind of look into the list of the 8 over here. The 8 benefits are, it helps in automation of business processes. It improves compliance to business processes. It improves timeline of decision support information. It improves quality of decision support information, improves decision making, improves management across geography, especially if you have a distributed P3O model, improves staff competencies, and helps in rationalization of legacy systems. Now, the word rationalization means a way of terminating some of the legacy systems and moving on to, let's say, for example, cloud-based automated solutions. So let's kind of do a deep dive on each of these benefits. Let's start off with the first one, automation of business processes. So let's understand the benefits in a slightly more better way. So what does automation of business processes entail? It helps in reduce staff requirements to operate P3O functions and requirements. It kind of cuts down on unnecessary engagement of human resources, especially to create dashboards and other project or program reports. Number 2, it reduces the overhead on project delivery teams for P3O business process requirements. Number 3, it eliminates or reduces the need for manual data collection. In certain organizations, it does take a huge toll on the FTE requirements. So it reduces the need for human effort to manually collect data, amalgamate it, print it, and distribute it. So these are a few benefits associated with automation of business processes. Let's move on to the next one, which is improved compliance to business processes. Automation of workflows, approvals, and governance mechanisms can be taken care of. It helps in improved compliance. Integration of business processes with organization components and information flows for the P3O business model. So you don't really have to worry about approvals and governance mechanisms because you could kind of inbuild them as a part of the tool itself. Sorry. Let's move on to benefits number 3. It helps in improved timelines of decision support information. It reduces cycle times for collecting decision support information. It improves response time to potential barriers to successful delivery, provides opportunity for higher project throughput, provides a structured way to gather information. Those are some of the associated benefits of improved timelines of decision support information. The next benefit, it helps in improved quality of decision support information. Automatic validation of information against embedded corporate or P3O standards. Audited business rules around the information captured to manual unaudited processes. It helps in reallocation of manual processing time to assessing and improving information quality. It aids in a structured way to gather information and sets expectation for decision support information requirements. Introducing automated ways of assessing the health of decision support information for centrally stored information. And these are benefits that are associated with improved quality of decision support information. Not only does it improve the quality of decision support information, it also improves the decision making itself. It provides the ability to automate, highlight, exception views of information. The tool would make a provision for, let's say, for example, escalating a risk that goes beyond an agreed upon tolerance. It provides a structured way to assess information and make more objective decisions. It improves capability to undertake what-if analysis on decision support information. It provides integration of data into central repositories, provides higher visibility and analysis of cross-project or program information. There are provisions made by the tool where you could map the dependencies between projects, and there's a visibility of that interdependencies using tools. And then we have benefit number 6, which is improved management across geography, especially if you have distributed models or if you have decentralized models of P3O. It helps connectivity and allows for improvements in collaboration between projects and program teams. Benefit number 7, it improves staff competencies. Skill transfer of structured ways of gathering, analyzing, and reporting information is an associated benefit. And finally, it helps in rationalization of legacy systems. Integrated P3O tools may allow rationalization of a number of disparate systems. In a lot of organizations, there are a lot of independent, not connected systems. So rationalization, automating would kind of bring all of these systems together into one interface and an integrated way of functioning. Now, having looked at the benefits, let's kind of look into some critical success factors associated with tools and techniques. Now, oftentimes, when we look into tools and techniques, we are focused more on the features of the tool rather than what value the tool or technique would add to the organization. So the focus should be on adding value to the organization rather than the features of the tool. That's a critical success factor. And the second success factor is we got to map the complexity of the tool and technique to the maturity of the organization. For example, it doesn't really make sense to adopt a very highly complex tool in an environment with a very low maturity. For example, there are a lot of risk modeling tools available, and there's no point in adopting some complex risk tools unless and until we have the needed maturity and capability within the organization. So that's a second success factor. The third success factor, there is a need for program and project standardization and data quality. Now, oftentimes we fall back on some of the vanilla standards within the tools. Now, I guess that would be a wrong way to go about. The first thing is to standardize our own processes and at the project and program level and the quality of data, and then migrate them into the tool. That would be a better way of working with tools and techniques. That's an important success factor. Number 4, understand the intent of the tool or technique. Is the tool really needed? Or can we live with some light ways of working on things within the organization? Number 5, implement tools as part of an organizational change effort. Now, many times we undertake the implementation effort on the tools as a mere project. Projects usually aim at delivering an output, but implementing tools, it's always a good idea to use a program management approach, because a program approach uses the ideas associated with change management effectively well. So implementing tools is good to kind of look at it as an organizational change effort. The next one is to maximize successful program and project delivery through incremental implementation. Usually, a big bang approach is not a recommended approach when it comes to implementing tools. Always good to use an incremental approach. Let's say, for example, we would like to implement an enterprise-wide project portfolio management solution. We might want to kind of try it out in one of the business units where we have a lot of projects that are being managed, and then if it proves to be successful, we could kind of scale it to other business units within the organization. And the last success factor is to agree the tool ownership within the organization. Well, we buy a tool, we are implementing the tool, but who is going to own that tool? Who is going to manage the functionalities, the aspects of maintenance of that particular tool? It's good to agree on a tool ownership.